Howdy, folks. Welcome to your weekly Pick a Card tarot reading. I'm Jojo, tarot reader, psychic, and spiritual coach, and I help people transform their lives using the power of the tarot, one card at a time. If that seems interesting to you, please subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to receive notifications, and like this video. Now let's begin. In case you're new to these weekly readings, I will cut the deck of cards into 4 piles. We'll flip the top card over, and I will give some meaning and some interpretation of each card, and then you pick a pile based on that card. And please leave a comment to let me know which one you've chosen, and then I will give you a reading from that pile. And of course, you are welcome to choose one or any of the cards that resonate with you this week. So let's begin. This week we have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So to go through these piles, the first pile, the Page of Swords. This is a card about gleaming new information, new thoughts and knowledge, perhaps communications coming to you, and also new influences in your life. And often with the page, this comes from someone external to you. It's not just purely a sense of inspiration that just pops up in your head, but someone in your life, possibly someone younger than you, if not in age, then in sort of maturity or outlook, will present you with this new information, knowledge, or communication. So that's a great choice for you if that clicks with you. The Ace of Cups is the beginnings of new relationships. They can be romantic ones. They could also be a friendship or other acquaintance. But regardless of what the exact nature of this relationship is, it is one of some significant emotional bond. This can also signify renewed thought or feelings about a situation in your life or an existing relationship. If that resonates with you, the Ace of Cups is your choice this week. For the third pile, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is someone who has achieved a great deal of mastery and success in their endeavors in life. The Suit of Wands relates to the seed of our passion, of our often career, of all the things that we do to essentially create the world we want to see, the world we'd like to live in. So these are not just trivial things, but these are important endeavors in our lives. And that's what Wands signifies. And the Queen is someone who has made a huge bit of progress in achieving these things, and is sort of at an established place with whatever that endeavor is. And again, that's often career for so many of us in the modern world, but it can be other hobbies, endeavors, social involvement in a social group, all kinds of things, whatever your passions are behind in your life that you do. And then for our fourth pile, going sort of along with the Queen of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands. So again, the wands being often career, job, endeavors in life, the ace signifies the beginning of a new endeavor in your life, perhaps a change of career or job, and the inspiration to do that. And so that would be a great choice for you as well, if that resonates with you. And as I said before, you're welcome to watch the whole video and enjoy all of these readings. Anything that clicks with you is great. And please let me know if it does in the comments. So we'll begin with our first pile, the Page of Swords. Someone will be coming to us with, again, some new information, new knowledge, perhaps presenting themselves as a new or different influence in our life. And often I interpret this as a call to because the page is sort of always a younger character or someone less experienced relative to you. This also presents opportunities for you to be a mentor and a leader to this person. Given that the swords is about influence and sometimes conflict as well, I think that is where we're headed with this. So let's see what the sort of surrounding circumstances is. And so going along with that idea of leadership and mentorship, here you are, the King of Swords, someone more established and more experienced than this person. And so this is certainly an opportunity for you to help this person and mentor them along. And in doing so, you stand to gain something from them as well, beyond just the satisfaction of helping them. But you will gain a new perspective on your life and whatever the subject this really is. Expect this new influence and this person to be someone from your community, someone that you've probably already interacted with in some small level. But again, this will be sort of a new beginning for you in your interactions and relationships with this person. It will not be someone from far away, from the other end of the globe, but again, someone from your community. And the 10 of coins here also gives us another reminder and guidance that we bring our own, we create our own wealth and abundance and prosperity by helping others, by leading and guiding others. So this is very strong, and we had a reading in the last week's reading as well, very similar to this. In this case, though, I think you will see a great outpouring of sort of spiritual return, if you will, by engaging in this, by helping this person, and picking up on this new knowledge from them. In this endeavor, the thing that you really stand to gain beyond sort of the more material things is a new understanding of things that you've been clinging to and things that you have become blinded to because of that clinging. So you're fixated on certain specifics about, say, how things in your life will materialize and manifest, and you're losing sight of some of the things that you already have. And so this young person in your life is going to really help you to see that and really gain this renewed perspective on things. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's really why it's so important to mentor and help others. And the final result of all of this really transcends material gain or even knowledge. It really steps into and speaks to the idea of a greater sense of enlightenment, of spirituality that will come through this. And the Hanged Man tells us, and Spirit tells us through this card, that this endeavor, this engagement with this person will have its discomforts and trials, probably triggering these old things that you're hanging on to. That's where this discomfort will really come from. And as you work through that and stick with it, you will come to realize that this discomfort has nothing to do with your interaction with this younger person or the knowledge that they're presenting to you, but some old beliefs and experiences in your life that you've sort of taken on subconsciously. And in the letting go of that, you will gain greater wealth and abundance and a greater wisdom to carry you forward through the rest of your life. So for our second pile, we have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is a sign of new relationships. They can be romantic or friendships or any relationship that is of real emotional significance in your life. So this is not just the random person that you say hello to once a week when you go to the store, that sort of thing. It is going to be someone who has an important emotional impact in your life, and hopefully one that is a peaceful and joyful experience for you. That's what the dove here sort of suggests, flying into the cup. And This can also suggest a more internal, renewed sense or renewed feelings about some part of your life as well. Something that in the past maybe caused you frustration or sadness, but you will take on a new outlook on that and start to see sort of the silver lining in it. So that's another possible meaning to this. And often these things come together. So these new friendships sort of give us these new perspectives. So let's see what that looks like going forward here this week. So here we have the Four of Cups. Continuing with the theme of cups, it's going to be a bit of an emotional week for you. We see here the Four suggests a lot of things, and it's a very open sort of card to interpretation. But the way I always read into this and the message that I get is that there is, again, sort of this fixation on certain things. This person is sort of meditating here, and the Three Cups are in front of them. So these are the things that are already fixated in their perception. It's more about feelings than thoughts, but it is certainly they're having a lot of feelings about these specific things and probably people in their life. And in sort of getting fixated on that, they are losing sight of this sort of fourth cup. This is the new person that the Ace of Cups suggests will enter your life, or again, a new perspective or feelings about things. Through this meditation and introspective, you will gain the insight. You will gain clarity regarding this sort of new person. You will see, oh, this person or this thing has been here. It's been trying to present itself to me, but I've been so wrapped up in my feelings about all the other people in my life, or certain others in my life, that I've not noticed this. And a moment of clarity will come to you this week, and you will sort of get reoriented to this new person, and really realize, oh, yeah, this is the thing. There will be a moment, or again, it may just be a more internal realization where that clicks to you. And so going forward, let's see sort of the circumstances and results of this. This new relationship will be challenging on some level. The challenge may come more internally. It will be a relationship that, while there is some strong emotional connection here, a lot of your interaction with this person will be on a more intellectual level. So this suggests to me that this new relationship will not so much be a romantic one, but perhaps a good acquaintance, a good friend that you've made, and or possibly someone who is going to maybe be your mentor going forward or teach you some new things. And a lot of what this person will hit upon is to sort of remind you of the facts about yourself, that you are actually stronger and more capable than you realize, that you are more knowledgeable and influential than you may feel that you are today, and that you essentially have been blinded to this by a flood of emotions, which we see here by this little bit of water. We can imagine that there may have been a river or flood here, and it is subsiding. And so as our feelings about ourselves, possibly negative ones, subside, we are no longer, we hope to take this blindfold off and really see the best in ourselves. And so whether that comes to you through, whether the relationship and this interaction is more of a positive and wonderful thing or a challenging thing, the reminder, the lesson and realization that will come through that one way or another will be that you have a lot of capability, strength, and knowledge. So let's see if we can gain a little more clarification on whether this relationship will be more of a chaotic and sort of conflicted one, or just really just a beautiful and positive thing. the Wheel of Fortune. Well, the Wheel of Fortune kind of leaves us up in the air regarding that. This is the fun part of reading tarot cards, is sometimes you just get thrown a curveball. So the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that things are ever changing. And in this context, it does suggest that this relationship is going to be kind of, whatever this interaction is, it's going to be a somewhat of a chaotic one. Suggesting that you may want to keep this person more at arm's length or be mindful as you interact with them. It is still important to lean into this, even though it will be challenging, because it's only through these challenges and adversity that we grow as human beings. But do not expect this to just be complete sunshine and rainbows. So this new interaction, this new relationship in your life is going to cause some perceived chaos and upheaval. To gain more clarity on that, let's go to our final card. So Temperance here is this card of transformation. Certainly we see the cups and the water and the symbols of that in this. And what this tells me is that there will be sort of the beginnings of this relationship will be a bit tumultuous. But that as you go through it, as you lean into the adversity of it, it will transform. You will start to gain a better sense of this is actually a good relationship. This is a good friendship to have. It does put me on my toes a bit. It does sort of turn my world upside down a little. But you will sort of come through some of those ups and downs, actually gaining probably a real significant and valuable friendship and or other relationship in your life. And your understanding and feelings about relationships and people in general should really grow and transform through this week. So for our third pile, we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a sign of the maturity and culmination of a person's career, of their passions, of all the things that you really put the thrust of your true self behind, your real endeavors in the world, the things that you do to shape and change this world into the world that you would like to live in, to create your reality, essentially. And the Queen is someone who has attained a level of achievement in doing so. And she is organized and wise and also compassionate and in touch and balanced in her emotions and her ability to rule. So I see this as a week of realizing this about yourself. Maybe you're having some doubts and lack of clarity on where you're headed or what you've already achieved in your life in the realm of most likely your career. But the universe is here to tell you that you are doing great, that you have achieved a lot, and don't lose sight of those achievements. And this message will come to you as new opportunities and perhaps the end of current opportunity. So if you're in a position, especially you've already maybe been feeling this pull of your current situation, your current job or business that you own or other such endeavor is not quite doing it for you, is not fulfilling you in some way. And you're maybe wondering, do I need to look elsewhere, look at something new? Well, the Death card tells us that you may be looking at the end of your current thing, this current situation. And this is your big reminder that you are capable, because as you're looking out and thinking about, say, potentially leaving a job or even changing career, those doubts of, am I capable of doing this? Will I be able to do this? Will I be able to work back to the level of achievement that I've already gotten to in my current position? Those doubts will come into play. But know that the end of things are necessary for new things and new dawn to arise, for these new opportunities for you. So lean into that, and as we look at our next few cards, the story of this, we'll kind of get some better idea of the circumstances around it. So justice is a very complementary card to this idea. We see the universe sort of, I see you pulling through, having some crisis and confusion about what to do next and not necessarily wanting to leave your current situation. But as you reflect on this more, and as you think carefully about it, the inspiration and understanding that this thing is coming to an end will come to you. You will come out of this with a better sense of, okay, I need to move forward into something new. And Justice card is that card of discernment. And to some extent, it is the card of sort of the universe looking out for you. In other words, bringing you what you deserve. You are this accomplished person. You have skills and experience, and you're quite good at what you do at this point. So you deserve to move on to something better. If you're feeling unfulfilled now, you have that coming to you, this new thing. And so again, don't be afraid to lean into that and lean into the end of the current situation. Once you've made this decision to move forward, the new position, new job, new career will come to you fairly quickly. And it really will be something that is clearly a greater position, a greater opportunity for you. Not just in terms of probably finances and your earnings, but a greater opportunity to build on your achievements already, on the skills that you've gained, to become an even greater leader, to organize even bigger and more complex things in your career or in whatever endeavor it is that you're engaged in. And this opportunity may also come to you from someone who is equally, or if not more so, accomplished and further along in their journey, in their prospective career and professional endeavors. So be looking to folks that are equal to you or even farther along, and again, even more accomplished than you are, as sources for this opportunity. And do not be afraid to engage with them. There's big tendency to have sort of that imposter syndrome when you start reaching out to folks that you see as being, again, sort of better than you or more accomplished than you. But know that your achievements stand on their own and that they will receive you kindly. So this is sort of where you need to start looking for these opportunities, is probably networking with some folks, again, that are well established and are very successful. Even if it seems like they are maybe more successful than you, maybe a bit above your head. Go forward and engage with them with confidence and honesty, of course, about where you're at. But they will look favorably upon you. And the Chariot sort of wraps up this story for you this week. You will start moving forward with this very quickly. Once you start reaching out and engaging, once you make this decision and decide that it is the best for you, you will very clearly feel the momentum. You will feel almost unstoppable once you get rolling. But there is that initial push to overcome the inertia of the stagnation that you've kind of felt and gotten set into. But go forward. As soon as you feel that spark, go forward and do not hesitate, because everything is on your side to make this transition. For our fourth pile, we have the Ace of Wands. And this sort of goes hand in hand with the Queen of Wands. It's very interesting how sort of the first two piles are related and the second two piles are related. And this is why I suggest to, as much as it's a pick a card reading, please engage with any or all of the piles and cards that resonate with you. Anything that you find useful, that feels true or good to you, probably is. So again, the Ace of Wands is the spark of, the seed of new new endeavors in life. And again, these are the things that are fueled and driven by our passions, by our divine purpose in the world. Often this manifests as careers for us, our job. It can, again, also be other endeavors in life if you're engaged in some sort of social action group, or even just individually. Other hobbies that you pursue, but that you really put out into the world, again, with passion and interest. Any of those things can be in this category. But expect to gain some new inspiration towards a new endeavor, starting a new thing. Again, so often this is career for us in the modern world. Expect this thing to come to you abruptly and rather quickly. It will sort of appear out of nowhere, like the Knight of Wands himself, riding forth on his steed, galloping out of seemingly nowhere, the desert, the inhospitable desert. This inspiration will really just sort of appear before you abruptly. It will kind of just hit you over the head in a way. So be prepared for that. Be on the lookout for these synchronicities in your life. And don't hesitate to embrace it when it comes, because you will know. It'll be a strong thing. Your feelings will react very strongly, and you'll just know it. This is the thing. It's like this parting of the clouds will happen this week. And the intensity of this, and it's a good intensity. It's a wonderful, beautiful feeling that you'll achieve. Comes from the fact that this new endeavor is much better aligned to your true self. That's what the sun is always about. It is a major step forward in the progression of your life, where you are stepping into a greater position of living your truth, living in accordance with your divine purpose on this earth. The reason that you took a form, the reason you incarnated in this lifetime, in this body, to be here, the experience that your soul is seeking to have. And not just living that, but living it in a way that is visible to everyone around you and without hesitation. The sun cannot stop itself from shining. It just can't. It just is. It just projects its light into the universe and nurtures everything that it shines upon. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to go forward with this week. And be visible as you go forward with this, as you start to take up this new thing. Be visible, be open about it, tell people about what you're doing. Sometimes we hesitate to tell the people around us about plans because we're afraid that they won't go correctly, that we may have to give up. And then when that happens, we feel foolish telling people like, oh, I was, it didn't work out. 2 weeks ago, you were all gung ho. I'm going to move. I'm going to get this new job or whatever it is. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And then 2-3 weeks later, oh, what a mistake I've made. We're embarrassed about it and that sort of thing. Don't give in to that. Even if that's happened to you in the past, it probably has. Do not give in to that, because when you do, when you put those thoughts and feelings out into the universe, you are working against yourself. And so the more you live in the moment and the more you are visible about your endeavors, the more honest and open you are about them and feeling good about them, the more likely they are to manifest and to become the great thing that you were hoping they will. And so do not give in to those doubts. Be open and honest and tell everybody about the awesome things that you're doing. And if that changes down the road, that's okay. There's no shame in that. If people place shame or ridicule you for that, then those are relationships you may want to revisit and rethink whether those people are really on your side. So again, don't be afraid to broadcast to the world. This is what I'm doing. This is the new thing. The new thing, whatever it is, will be something that is at least somewhat grounded in your past endeavors. So that suggests to me that this might be a new job, or perhaps you've been working in your career for others and you're thinking about striking out on your own, something like that. But it suggests to me that it is something that is still grounded in past experience, past endeavors, and wisdom, and the things that you've already done. That suggests to me that this does not look like a whole new career, or if it is a different career for you, it's something similar to or related to what you've been doing. In that sense, you've been on the right track and it's led you to this point. So that's what we see with the Three of Wands here, is you looking out, what is the new thing? But the two wands behind you are the things you've put into place, the things that you've already done. Those are still useful and valuable in all of this. And so to get some final clarity, our last card, the end result of this will be celebration. Again, going back to the sun, do not hesitate to share this with the people around you. You will succeed, and they will celebrate for you and with you. They will cheer your success, and some great triumph will come out of this. And it will also, the joy of that will spill out into those around you. So not only will this make your own life better, it will benefit family and friends and people around you, as you are now radiating your true self and your light into the world in a beautiful way that you hadn't previously done. So that concludes our pick a card readings for this week. If any of these things have clicked with you, please leave a comment. You're welcome to ask any questions as well in comments. And I have a number of ways that you can explore any of these concepts or ideas in your own life in a more individual and personalized way. So please check out all the links in the comments to this video and in my bio for ways that you can do that. Thank you so much and have a beautiful week.